Hi guys, good to see y'all again. I guess the speech is gonna give you a little bit more insight about me. So my first item, sure, typical average bottle of water. But trust me, that was much lighter and easier to bring up than my kayak. I just started into kayaking a couple years ago and love it. You get out on the water, take a friend, go by yourself. If you're new, don't go by yourself. And for me, it was more a form of therapy after recovering from the semi-truck wreck, and I just discovered that I just absolutely love it. My second item, yeah, most people look at me, they don't expect to see something like this on my feet. But I've always worn goofy shoes, goofy socks for, oh Lord, so about 20 some years now. It's kind of showing a duality in my personality. Sure, I can be straight-laced and serious as they come, but deep down I'm just a goofy dork that likes to joke and play around. Now, this baby here, my wax warmer. Say to yourself, either she's one hairy wildebeest or there's a story. There's a story. About 3.5 years ago, I got a Maine Coon cat. And if you look just slightly over there, he's on my bed on a pizza box that I have to keep in my bed for him. That's how loved he is. But when I got him, he was horribly underweight. And I went about probably through about $2 grand trying to figure out something for this cat to eat. And it took a few months where I have finally got it down to pretty much a science. I have to heat his food in that wax warmer. Then I have colanders about that big that I gotta smush his little chunky food through and strain the broth off because he can only eat liquid, he can't chew. He has to, because it's a liquid diet, he has to eat about every 2 to 4 hours. I've had him for about 3.5 years. I haven't slept well in about 3.5 years. But even though he's Maine Coon and should be probably closer to 30 pounds, he's only 18. But because he doesn't eat, he doesn't get the nourishment, so he can't grow big. And he's... Anybody that knows me knows that I am a fanatic with animals. You get an animal, you take care of it. And, you know, that they didn't come into your home asking. You chose them, so choose to do right by them. And, sure, I didn't know when I bought him he was going to be special needs. I didn't know that, you know, I was going to be treating him for ear infections every time I turned around. I had no idea, but, you know, he made an impact on my heart, and here we are 3.5 years later, and I got a system down for him. The other thing about me is I'm a people person in a sense. Not that I love people, but the ones that I do, I'll do little things like this for make homemade cards. I love to mess with embossed stencils. Not so big on the cutouts and stuff like that. I prefer to do it all by hand. And there's another one. I just think that something from the heart is, it just means more to me. I mean, you can go to a store all day long and buy anything, but taking that time, it just has much more of an impact because it shows that depending on what you do on a card, that you've taken time to get to know that person, get to know what they like, you know. It's just a personal touch. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed.